Bachelor in Politics, Psychology, Law, and Economics, and a minor in Artificial Intelligence, all from the University of Amsterdam, where she graduated cum laude. Her impressive academic background is complemented by her experience in integral legal, economic, and technological expertise into various leadership roles. Through her intensive work at Bucuti Tara, she has pioneered the implementation of rigorous quality systems, making the resort a leader in sustainability and quality management. Her experience offers valuable insights for quality control both within and beyond the healthcare sector. Please welcome and join me in giving a warm welcome to Crescenzia Biemans.
Thank you, Rocio, for those wonderful words. And it's really an honor and a privilege to be here with you all today. Now, you may be asking yourselves, why is someone with a background in law and hospitality kicking off the first session? And the answer is very simple. I think my speakers, there we go. The answer is simple. We are all here because we all are in the business of caring for people. And whether we're welcoming patients at a hospital or customers at a resort, we all have to meet the universal need for care, compassion, and comfort. And today I'm excited to share with you how Bucuti Tara Beach Resort has redefined international standards by placing care, quality, and sustainability at the forefront of everything that we do. And our journey will show you how we've prioritized not just the well-being of our guests and employees, but also the wider community and our environment. And this has really helped us to set the foundation for success and has created lasting loyalty within our customers and has created a lot of privilege that we are now happy to share with you. And it's been a very long journey. As Aruban businesses and professionals, we're all familiar with the challenges of operating in a space where regulatory frameworks around care, quality, sustainability, among many, many other sectors, are still evolving. It's a landscape where many of us feel stuck or maybe like we don't have the tools to move forward. Now imagine these gaps 40 years ago when the resort first opened its doors. But instead of looking at these gaps as something that was a barrier, my grandfather, Biemans, who is the founder of Bucuti Tara Beach Resort, really saw them as an opportunity. He chose to lead by example, setting his own standards where none yet existed. And from the very beginning, he envisioned a place where care for the environment and care for the people that are coming to us would be inseparable. Today, that vision has taken our small, independently owned, non-branded hotel to international recognition. Bucuti Tara stands among the top 3 best hotels in the Caribbean, top 25 best hotels in the world. And we've received numerous accolades from prestigious outlets such as Forbes, Condé Nast, Travel and Leisure, and many others. And while we're very grateful and honored to have received these recognitions, what we're most proud of is that we are the Caribbean's first and only certified carbon neutral resort in the Caribbean already since 2018, as well as one of the world's most eco-certified resorts. But for us, this journey has never been about chasing accolades. It's been about doing what's the right thing. We didn't wait for change that could take decades or that may never come. Instead, we chose to lead using our business as a force to create the change that we wanted to see. At Bucuti Tara, luxury and sustainability don't just coexist, they enhance one another. By taking the initiative to create systems, policies, and practices that go far beyond whatever is required, not just regulatory-wise, but also as a business, we've elevated not only our resort, but also set a new benchmark for the entire industry on an international level. And we are actually the first ever hotel in the world to have received the United Nations Climate Action Award, because our program has been deemed replicable and scalable across different industries. This is actually a picture of my grandfather at COP26 sharing our program not just with hospitality professionals, but also professionals from numerous industries and government officials. And the biggest takeaway from the entire program is that the key to enacting meaningful change begins with leading by example. And that leadership, of course, starts at the very top. You have to live and breathe everything that you preach. So by fostering a culture where doing the right thing is a core value, we empower our team to embrace innovative practices and exceed expectations. And believe me, it's incredibly difficult, time-consuming, and it requires constant training and education and a complete paradigm shift within your organization. But the results are so worthwhile when you achieve them. And it won't happen overnight. Just to give you an idea of the dedication required, I want to share how our sustainability program started. So of course, it started with my grandfather. He was born on a farm in Austria where really his love for nature and animals was deeply ingrained. And it was really the pristine beauty of Aruba in the 1970s that inspired him to immigrate here. So conservation and the protection of nature was always something in his heart and something he did personally. But Bucuti's sustainability program really started in 1992 after the Rio Climate Conference, which was a pivotal moment for him and for the world because for the first time, global warming was being discussed on an international level. So determined to make a change, he started to implement small but meaningful steps. One of the first moves was to introduce an energy saving program to combat the impending oil crisis. The next bold move was banning numerous single-use plastics, and we're talking about the 1990s, so people looked at him like he was a crazy man. These early initiatives were just the beginning of what would grow into a comprehensive sustainability mission. And it took, and still to this day takes, countless hours of training and education, as I just mentioned, because our staff and our customers need to understand why we're doing the things that we're doing. But I want to make one thing clear. Sustainability has never been a marketing term for us. It was something that was comprehensive and a value from the very beginning. And that genuine connection and value is what created the loyalty that we have from our guests today. And it's also what has led to so much financial success. We are proud to be actively working on 12 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals as well, with a continued commitment to addressing all of them. And to give a small example of one of our most recent projects and part of the efforts to support SDG 15, Life on Land, we've established our very own nature preserve, the Bucuti Tara GMC Nature Preserve, which spans around 130,000 square meters of protected land in the area of North. But with all of this being said, the journey is just beginning, and for me, it's continuing. We're actively working on becoming the first hotel to become net zero in scopes 1 and 2, and finding credible ways of addressing scope 3 emissions. And the reason why we continue to push ourselves on this front is because we understand that global warming is an immediate call to action, and sustainability is not just about protecting the planet, it's also about creating spaces where people can thrive. So our commitment is deeply intertwined also with the wellness and the health of the environment of our staff and our guests. So some of the things that we have introduced that take a multidisciplinary approach, for example, is that rather than designing spaces with just traditional hospitality in mind, we're also looking at how we can nurture the health of those within them. So one example is that we monitor air quality constantly, and this is also deemed by the certifications that we hold. But we want to make sure that every breath that our guests are taking is safe. So for example, one thing that we introduced, these are hospital-grade UVC lights, and we introduced these after COVID, but for years already we've been sanitizing our water with UVC technology to prevent Legionella. The rooms also have industrial dehumidifiers and anti-mold and mildew insulating coating. And all of these different components are meant to create spaces that are clean, safe to breathe. We also, for example, don't use any perfumes in the rooms or things that may disrupt the quality of the air for people who have trouble breathing. But wellness is not just about what you can see or feel. It's also about what we don't use. So we only use, for example, non-toxic natural cleaning materials. And with the food that we prepare, we are also thinking about the purpose that it serves and who is consuming it and what will be the aftermath of that. So most of our menus are crafted with wellness at their core, and they're designed to nourish, heal, and revitalize. Of course, when you have a hotel with guests from certain regions, you may need to have some chicken tenders or french fries on there too. But you try to incentivize them to change, make meaningful changes. Our restaurant, for example, only has one beef option, and hopefully soon, 0. And these are only very brief examples of over 400 points that we do to ensure the safety and health of our guests, staff, and planet. And this is why Bucuti is more than just a place to stay. It's a sanctuary where we offer our guests an environment that fosters care, relaxation, rejuvenation, and a deeper connection to the world around them. And it's helped us create new and interesting partnerships, for example, with Cosmetica and Dr. Capi Waiver, where we've created recovery packages that offer something far beyond the standard hotel stay or just a cosmetic procedure. These packages are designed to allow guests to experience complete restoration both inwards and outwards without the distractions of daily life. So while they're recovering, we are thinking about everything that includes the pre-surgery treatments that prepare the body for the healing that they're going to need, to the post-surgery care that nurtures the soul. Every element is crafted to help guests regain their strength. Our meal plans, for example, are carefully curated with anti-inflammatory ingredients, and our serene environment and wellness team is there to help guests foster mental peace, helping them find calm and clarity in otherwise stressful situations. But a business should not just look at its customers. We've always believed that true care begins with our internal guests, our employees. So we've implemented a series of comprehensive programs designed to enhance the health and well-being of everyone within our ecosystem. Our staff, for example, enjoys free gym memberships at Body Zone and Cuts and Curves. They have excellent wages and benefits, which include dental, vision, mental, and life insurance. There's healthy meals in our employee cafeteria where you will never see soda, fried food, or anything of that sort. We also have a savings and loans program where we facilitate green loans for eco-friendly purchases such as solar panels, electric vehicles, which they can also charge for free on property, and insulating paint, whatever it is that they want, you name it. We believe that healthy employees create happy, satisfied guests. And our goal is to create a culture that extends beyond what we're doing in our business so that they can take it back home with them. And for them to, of course, feel valued, because without them, we have no business. And of course, this ethos translates into any industry, including healthcare. Because if you have doctors or professionals who are stressed, overwhelmed, or overexerted, mistakes can happen and patients wear thin. And of course, we're all understaffed and would wish we have more hours, more money, more everything. But in any environment, there is at least one thing that we can change to make the environment for those that are helping us with our business better. And for us as a business, we've discovered that true success comes not just from chasing financial reward, but from committing ourselves to doing what's right. My grandfather always says, when you pour your heart into what you do and strive for excellence in every detail, success becomes inevitable. The reward, financial and beyond, will follow naturally. So we don't just do it to make money, but to be the best. And that's been our approach, whether in sustainability, service, or care. We focus on how we can better ourselves continually. And the recognition that we've received and financial success that has come from this is just a simple, natural result from it. Let me see. As a business in Aruba, we understand the unique challenges that come with navigating bureaucracy, financial constraints, and legislative barriers. These are struggles that we, of course, all face. But one of the most powerful lessons is that no matter how difficult the external environment may seem, there are always opportunities if we look inward. So by examining our own internal processes and operations, we often find ways of becoming more efficient and responsive, ultimately also becoming better at what we do. So sometimes it may be embracing new technology, which sometimes sounds intimidating or expensive. But there's simple programs and systems that we can implement, and it can help us with the simple things of just knowing what it is that our patients want or expecting the care that they want. Sometimes it's something as simple and as free as a warm smile or welcome that will make someone feel at ease. And creating those emotional connections with our customers, our patients, that's a core component of what quality care is. And you don't have to do it from scratch. Finding ways of becoming better. There are certifications and frameworks. There's different policies that you can implement. But everyone in every business has a starting point. And you're probably already implementing policies that you don't even know are already helping you, but you could streamline them and make them more efficient. So as I bring this presentation to a close, I would love to leave everyone with a challenge and an opportunity to look at your own business and ask yourself, how can we improve and create our own standards to excel in what we offer? What opportunities exist? And if there are none, are there any opportunities that we can create? Thank you. Do we have time for questions, or we do that later? We're good. Okay. Thank you, everyone.